Inside Story Uganda, real source of
different items together, but they should be made of the same material. If you're going to help change the society of this country, there are two aspects you need to look at: the health and education. If you have an educated society which is healthy, then you have the largest capital required, which is human capital. So the moment you have human capital, then you have almost everything you need to accelerate the growth of the country. So this is a problem and a bigger challenge that we have today. Now, if you listen to the arguments of Mr. Tamale Mirundi, normally they are focused on the future. He's a predictive man. Most of his discussions are futuristic, are prophetic, and he normally attains much of his prediction. Why? He has what we call a mass mind analysis. He can look at the growth, that collective mind of the state, and he can tell you this is underperforming, this is going to lead to this mistake, and he can spot out several mistakes that have been committed. And indeed, you look at them and you see the problems, the repercussions, the negative repercussions coming up. When you try to match with their causes, you find it is all about ineptness of the individuals sitting in the positions of government. And do we have a particular medicine for that? Not yet, because we don't have mind-oriented people who are given roles in this government. And I think that is what the greatest challenge is.
Actually, that is why the main reason we are opposing the status quo, not to oppose to destroy or to stop it, but we oppose the methodology, and we are proposing a better methodology that can help to bring in adjustments that can rectify the current problems. And the moment we have that, I believe we can centralize our minds. We have a collective mind that can help to project to greater heights, to project the country to greater heights in terms of development, economically, socially, culturally, because we currently also have a culture divide, which can even graduate to tribalism, segregation, which is bad because all those are ingredients of genocide. Now, me personally, I like Tamale Mirundi. Much as he attacks me with a very, very negative attitude, me, I'm certainly ready to face off with any challenges that come up. And I believe together as a team, if we can manipulate the situations available, not in a way to attain selfish goals, but to have a common goal, a common way for the people of Uganda. If these changes can help to strengthen or to reroute this regime, strengthen it and give it a brighter future. Normally what I dislike about Tamale is when he comes out to say that I want to overthrow my father-in-law, which is not good, because it is not correct. Having a divergent voice which complements and supplements what is available today is not deliberate opposition. Some people even framing me that actually I'm people power. But why would I join such people? If I was to become people power, actually I would turn them into a tool that I would use to plant a seed of positivity, not such a negative crusade like they appear to be, a destructive, a volatile crusade. I wouldn't need something in any way. So, by the look of things, I think basically we should know that Tamale Mirundi is an asset, because firstly, most of his discussions are in line with our proposals. his criticism against the government is exactly correct and in line with most of the ideas we have to rectify the current problem. He proudly comes out to say he's in support of Ekaaye Uganda. Yes, I don't know how much he knows about him, but the most important thing is Ekaaye Uganda is Ugandan with the qualifications and with the right. If he comes out to face off with anyone, it can happen like anyone else. Any other Ugandan who has the same qualifications can come out, or even bigger qualifications can come out. And yeah, but as of now, I think his military ranks, rules, regulations, and even the constitution of Uganda has him from being political. He's supposed to be apolitical. But if whatever comes, the speculations that come, the impunity it comes with, and also the privilege that surrounds him, that crown him, that is okay. He can move on scot-free, and that is just fine. I wouldn't like to intermingle my mind into his activities, because the first day is Ugandan. He has a crowd, he has support of the military, support of the political establishment, and above all, the biological father has a right to choose a successor, to choose whom he should support for the job. Personally, me, I don't care. It is up to them. I also have my own ambition and pursuits, and I'm likely not to stand down at any one moment. So that is it. I normally like the sharing we get and how you really handle the situation. I really thank you very much.
Okay, now we have been looking at several other things. For example, we have the Tanzanians in the place, and they are likely, I think, to facilitate Tamale to get off that diabolical topic. That smear campaign about organ trade and all of that. I think if it comes out with an advantage, why wouldn't we support it?
No, really, I don't want to involve myself with those Tanzanians, because that alone will be proof that I do those dealings with them. My managers were sacked, the directors were sacked. I didn't know what they were doing. According to the script, I never had the time to personally participate in the business they were doing. If those allegations are right, that the labor company, that some people did that, it was out of my knowledge. I never knew about it. And at least I have not got any solid proof of such a thing. But at least what I believe in, like any other companies, with inevitable misfortunes, some people die on job because they've gone to a foreign land, in a foreign culture, and when you look at the thing and how things really happen, you see that some people also have their own cultural background. So when they mix and they fail to blend together, there is a conflict, and it is normally within the domestic confines. So the one who commands the atmosphere, or that confine, actually takes an upper hand. And when you look at the laws of those countries, where enslavement is part of the law, is part of the Sharia, and what the punishments given to slaves, they can defend themselves in court. So when somebody is killed, they die for those reasons. And ever since I realized that I got the details about such information, I had to give it up. I had to close the company completely. Now, whichever other businesses that really happen, it should be other people. I'm not involved at all. My hands are very clean. And the same, you listen to what I'm telling you is exactly what I told those people. It made defense and nothing has been proven otherwise. So it is spot on, and that is exactly what it is. So the rest is hocus pocus. I don't need to over-indulge myself in those things.
That is really very brilliant. So, now the corrective of the whole thing is that let us try to reorganize ourselves and have a centralized focus. I think that centralized focus is going to help us to maneuver over such obstacles, because these obstacles are a must. When you start a political journey, a business journey, obstacles are inevitable. They are always present. So let us try and shed a light ahead of us. I believe it can really help. Tamale Mirundi has no problem. And actually, if there is anybody who ever wishes to hunt down this man, should be taken to a mental asylum. I don't see any problem this man ever causes to anyone. But trying to rectify things that appear to be the dark, he tries to shine light where there is darkness, and that is all he does.
I believe in you. And actually, anybody whoever tried to suggest that Tamale Mirundi be hurt, I would personally go for that person. Because Tamale is a very genuine person. I know there are some factors I could not defend myself before him. That's why most of the time he doesn't really believe that I have no problem with him. He still believes I'm the one who destroyed his life. He believes if I was misled and made a decision, that decision must have happened once and never again. But the man has carried on a fight as if every time were conspiring to destroy him, which is really not true at all.
Of course, we all know it is not true.
But whoever tells him that it's not true, I'm not interested in any fight with him. Nobody. So, those are the
looking at the obstacles and the obstructions that we have, I think if you get the right people to do the right job, I think we can have whatever we need. I talked to the honorables, and everybody is willing to help us. Everybody is willing to give us a way forward. But what matters most mainly should be, if we have a conversation process for the media, we mitigate all the personnel, we mitigate all the people involved. I think that can give us a hand, that can give us an improvement in so many aspects actually. If you have Tamale Mirundi on the other side, and to get people like Frank Gashumba, or an equivalent actually, who can have a centralized information focusing the future of Uganda, leaving alone, the social programming and the such line of mentality, we can have a better way forward that can propel us to the betterness. If I may give an example, is if we have a topic of succession, firstly. Secondly, you have a plan for economic revolution of the country. Then, if we have a health facility work plan also, a health care work plan that can project the country for 2 decades, I think that would really help a lot. But we still have, convergent ideas which we are trying to tailor together. It is like trying to tailor a piece of paper with leather and cloth. So it brings that, how do I call it? It is like it doesn't build up a proper surface. It creates a lot of discordant. So in that respect, what I would suggest here is, if If we can.
Kikumi musanvu katonyeze mwenda Pearl of Africa FM ekula lyo gwe omuntu wa bulijjo.
The government is doing right now with peace